Centre halves then. So we've gone Dino and Luke Shaw in our team. We'll make sure we do a little graphic for this. Centre backs. I've written down here. We've got obviously John Stones who's come into great form. Harry Maguire obviously at Manchester United. Cody, Mings, Walker, Michael Keane, Eric Dyer. Anyone else who we think in contention?
That's your Conser, mate.
Conser. He's put him in. Little sidestep pass. What do you reckon about Conser then? You've gone for a rogue one.
I think that this is, it's a bit out of the box. Being from the Midlands myself, I've got a fair few Villa fans as mates, and they don't stop going on about him. It seems to always be Grealish and Conser at the moment, and they all say that he's a better centre half than Mings.
He looks a better player for me.
So, I mean...
I think you laughed at me when I said this a few weeks ago.
Versatility in the squad's important. The reason I went Mings over Conser or the others because he can play left back. And if you're only going to have two left backs, if for some reason someone gets injured, if you're only taking Shaw and Chilwell, you need to have a third player who can play left back, and I think that's Mings for me.
Sav, let's pick our two starters.
So the two starters for me, I had Stones and Maguire. Maguire, as we talked about,
definitely.
that link up with Shaw, and then Stones has had an unbelievable season. Really put himself back in there.
He's England's best centre back. He's made mistakes. I compare him to Pickford in a similar way in terms of he's a much better player, I'd say, than Pickford. But he's had moments, hasn't he, for City and England. I think at the World Cup he was at fault for that goal, where he sort of seems to lose a bit of concentration. Yeah. But he is England's best. He's the best ball playing centre back by miles.
100%.
And he seems to read the game best. He's got presence. And I definitely think an on-form John Stones is a banker for England. I think Harry Maguire, because he will play for Manchester United. England. Obviously, he plays every week at United, and you got to say he has played pretty well this season. The stats don't lie. I mean, he had a bad shaky start, but I think I don't really see anyone else. So we're playing three at the back. I think obviously Kyle Walker comes in on the right. I think he's a great option, and Connor Cody plays in a three in the centre, and they're options. But for me, if we're picking four centre backs, I'm going Stones and Maguire. And then I went with Mings and Walker because I think Walker can play at right back, and I think he's good enough to play on the right side of centre half. And how often do centre backs get injured, other than if you play for Liverpool Football Club?
It's a real toss-up, I agree, between for me Cody and Walker. I think if England are going to commit to four at the back, Cody may miss out. However, I think Cody is a real presence, and he seems like a leader and a personality you would want around. Even though he's inexperienced internationally, he seems like the kind of person who would be good for a tournament, personality-wise.
And he's been given the armband a few times. Obviously, when people have gone off injured, he's obviously got that about him. That leadership quality.
He definitely comes across well, doesn't he, in interviews?
Yeah, definitely. He would definitely be one of my centre halves. I think that for me, a toss-up between Mings and Conser would be my fourth centre half.
Get it, I mean, Michael.
But Archer's point about playing left back, that's good. I don't think Godfrey's ready yet. I do think he's a good player.
He's with the under 21, isn't he? So I don't think there's any way he's going to play. Anyone in that squad's not.
Maybe come the World Cup, he might be in the squad, but at the moment he's not quite ready. And I'm a massive advocate of him.
I think Godfrey's a shoo-in for the World Cup if he carries on, because he can play right back, centre back,
absolutely,
and left back.
And he played centre mid for the Shrews as well, so he's obviously very versatile.
You need that in the 23-man squad. We found that we're having to leave players out. You can find someone to cover all three positions.
Doing it in League One is important, isn't it,
man? Especially with that team. Wow, look at where they're at now. Henderson, United's keeper.
United's B team keeper.
I put Michael Keane in there. I think Michael Keane.
Gone for Michael Keane.
Be a good squad player.
Who have you gone for him instead of them? I assume you've gone Stones Maguire, as you said.
Yeah.
You've gone for Michael Keane and.
So I've put Walker in there because I think that he will end up playing the back three at some point. I think that'll be.
So if there was a fifth centre back, I think if we're going to play three at the back, right? Let's just touch upon it. If that is what happens, and we hope it doesn't, as I think everyone does. Stones, Maguire, Cody, I think will go if we do play three at the back because he plays in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Mings should be going because he's got left-footed, as you said.
He does let you down sometimes, though.
But Walker will definitely go. If
100%
at the back. I think that's a guarantee. And what about Eric Dyer though? Because for me, right. I don't know what he's looking at, Gareth Southgate. Sometimes, I mean, we can talk about the right back issue coming next, but Eric Dyer is fucking shit.
No.
He is absolutely terrible.
I'm sure he's a good bloke and like a manager's dream, and that's why I think he gets in. Southgate has his favourites.
He's too busy running up to fucking five people in the stands. Like, I don't see what he's seeing. Mourinho sees. I mean, he started the season okay, but they were playing bland, drab football, and now look at them. They conceded 3 away to some Croatian team or Cyprus team. I mean, he's not a very good footballer. I think the idea is that he's got a centre defensive midfielder in there as well. But he for me, he shouldn't be anywhere near this squad.
The bloke had to become a centre back because he realised he couldn't play centre midfield, and he just had to tell Mourinho, I'm definitely a centre back. It's the only way he can get in the team. The bloke's terrible. He offers nothing that any of the other players you've mentioned don't already offer.
I think
nothing.
Yeah, I think that it's dangerous having a utility. Picking players because they're utility players. So obviously having Mings, if we're putting in a back five, yes, fair enough, they can play. But with Chilwell and Shaw, you're very unlucky. Firstly, if they both get injured, so just picking players because they're versatile and can play a few positions, I'm not sure that that's the right thing to do. And Dier for me, even if do you know what I mean? Like I'd rather have Godfrey in there and kind of prepare for the future.
Dier nowhere near for me.
Yeah, for me, but it looks like Southgate he is. It's one of those interesting ones. I think left back, we know what's going to happen, and the other the centre halves, we know that Stones Maguire will start, don't we? If there's 2 at the back, it's that fourth and fifth centre backs. But the debate is, I mean, there's a lot of debate in the next. We've gone for Stones and Maguire in our team, the no splinters side.